Hello and welcome here. Other than the titular King of Atlantis, no other DCEU Justice League members appear in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. With Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which primarily takes place underwater and focuses exclusively on Aquaman's conflict with his archenemy, Black Manta, the DCEU comes to a close. Aquaman's sole superpowered friends in the 2023 sequel appear to be his brother Orm, his wife Mera, and his mother Atlanna, aside from Atlantis and the underwater lifeforms its monarch controls. The final instance of the Justice League in the DCEU was in The Flash, when Barry Allen collaborated with Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman to apprehend a Gotham terrorist, spotted Superman on a news broadcast, and went out for drinks with Aquaman in the show's humorous post-credits sequence. Following The Flash, Jamie Reyes was the only subject of Blue Beetle, while Arthur Curry is now the subject of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which is a whole-own narrative. The lack of the Justice League in the DCEU's last film is notable, although there are both obvious in-universe and real-world justifications for it. Number 1. Most of the Justice League can't breathe underwater. None of Aquaman's Justice League teammates could do anything underwater, even if they were present. Before learning how to fly, Superman saved a bunch of employees from a collapsing oil rig in the movie Man of Steel and managed to stay unconscious underwater for several minutes. He then utilized his super speed and endurance to make his way back to shore. Superman's exceptional lung capacity is not the same as being able to breathe underwater, though. Similarly, Wonder Woman has a superhuman physique, but she does not possess the ability to breathe underwater. Of course, the limitations of Batman and the Flash's human bodies apply. When on missions in space or beneath the sea, Justice League members frequently use masks in the source material. The Justice League would nonetheless require specialized gear to survive Atlantis' great depths. And even then, they wouldn't be as powerful or quick as an ordinary Atlantean, which would probably result in their slowing Aquaman down in battle. In addition to the technical details, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Black Adam, and the Flash all provided confirmation that Superman and Wonder Woman are occupied with their heroic duties on other continents, while Barry Allen is engaged in Central City exploring the multiverse. Number 2. Cyborg's electronics wouldn't do well in the sea. Cyborg, a member of the DCEU Justice League who can adapt to any situation, may be the only character who can assist Aquaman underwater in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. A mask, underwater propulsion, and pressure-regulating tools may all be found on Cyborg's body. However, because Cyborg's body isn't made for underwater warfare, any injury might be disastrous. What little of Cyborg's human body would perish in an instant if his mask broke, for instance, and the only thing that might save him if Mera could get to him in time would be her hydrokinetic powers. Ray Fisher's troubled relationship with Warner Brothers has prevented Cyborg from appearing in previous DCEU films. Actor claims that everyone associated with Justice League's production acted in an unethical manner, including director Joss Whedon, producers Jeff Johns and John Berg, and former DC Films president Walter Hamada. Since that time, Cyborg was cut from The Flash and hasn't been given consideration for any additional supporting parts in DC Extended Universe films. So it's quite improbable that Cyborg will appear in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Number 3. Batman was set to appear but has reportedly been cut. The most probable Justice League character to show up in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom has always been Ben Affleck's Batman. After all, Affleck was excited about making his final potential appearances in the DCEU and came back for a significant supporting part in The Flash. For the Aquaman sequel, Jason Momoa reportedly recorded some video not just with Ben Affleck but also with Michael Keaton. A farewell visit by Batman in Aquaman the 2nd of May have established the details of how the DCEU's primary reality ultimately turned out following the events of The Flash. But it appears like Batman won't make an appearance in the Aquaman sequel at any time after a number of test screenings and reshoots. Batman may not have been in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom because of the imminent DCU reset, which would sever all connections to the DCEU. As a result, any DCEU setup or post-credits tease before Superman Legacy's fresh beginning is worthless. It only makes sense for Aquaman to have a wholly standalone sequel that doesn't rely on the larger franchise since there is no room for future DCEU sequels or crossovers. James Wan, the director, desired a standalone Aquaman 2. Focusing on Aquaman's universe was the wisest choice given the ongoing changes to DC movies, and eliminating any Batman cameos was probably a necessary compromise. So, could Justice League characters still make an appearance in Aquaman 2? Most superhero crossovers at this point in the DCEU's history would seem inevitable, especially when the core Justice League members are involved. However, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom wouldn't benefit much from the addition of any further DCEU characters. First off, the Aquaman sequel marks the formal conclusion of the DC Extended Universe, and a surprise Justice League appearance would simply fuel speculation about non-existent future DCEU episodes. Second, any appearance might make the conclusion of the guest character much more ambiguous than it currently is. Third, the introduction of a Justice League member in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom may further muddy the lines between the DCEU and DCU. James Wan addressed the Batman Aquaman 2 cameo allegations after reiterating that the Aquaman sequel is a standalone narrative and advised fans to wait idly until the film's release to find out whether any form of Batman appears. There's a very slim chance that the DCEU may give viewers one last surprise and pay respect to its version of the Justice League with a last reunion at the close of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, much to how the presence of Nicolas Cage's Superman and George Clooney's Bruce Wayne stunned moviegoers in The Flash. But even if it doesn't, the movie still succeeds in providing a strong conclusion to the DCEU without any series ties. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.